Hello, fellas. Hello, hello, hello. And we are back with another leg day. It's been about freaking 6 days since I've done a leg day. We're starting off with calf raises, and I know for a fact that that my training program, my routine has me doing 15 reps, but if you count, I'm doing 25 reps. That's usually where I gas out. And yeah, it's been like 6 days since I've hit legs, so it's kind of scary to look at my legs in the mirrors, especially my quadriceps. My hamstrings, they don't really seem to take that much of a hit. But you know, this natural lifestyle, guys, you know, I'm just not used to. I'm just, you know, trying to get used to, trying to get freaking acquainted to it, you know, trying to figure out what to expect. And nothing. I honestly expect probably no changes. It's literally 2 weeks of me going natural. I keep on hyping this up and making this a bigger deal than it is just because I am not used to it. I think it's going to be more of a placebo effect type of deal. But yeah, so you'll notice in this video my volume is non-existent, meaning that that literally means I did 4 exercises. And we're already after this exercise, already halfway through. And it's a freaking, you know, this is an exercise right here, leg extensions, not really for strength, but just to, you know, get that full pump look, you know, get the blood flowing. I like to do leg extensions though before I do squats, just because it kind of gets the knees feeling good. But I keep saying this, but for real this time, I'm going to go next leg day. I'm going to squat, not hack squat. I'm going to freaking barbell back squat because it's been so long. And am I going to be nervous? Yes, absolutely. I don't have super high expectations though, because the last time I did it, I was doing 335 for 8. Just because my hips hurt so bad. They get so tight. I used to be able to squat 425 pounds for 10 reps. And then not randomly, actually right when I started to take Retta and lose all that weight, my legs felt like freaking peanut brittle. They felt very sensitive, and especially my hips. So right here we got 5.5 plates on each side. These aren't bragging numbers. This is nothing to freaking brag about, you know? Yeah, so I'm just going to go back to squats because the original reason of me avoiding squats was because of the immense amount of pressure that it puts on my legs. Being a 6'7" retarded guy, we have longer legs at this height. So, meaning we have to squat down very far. You can see I'm stretching out my right knee. My camera's inverted, so it looks like my left. But it's my right. Just clearing things up. Yeah, guys, so... Yeah, boys. Like I said, the volume is non-existent. It is absolutely non-existent in this workout. This was literally the most demanding exercise during this workout right here. And it's only 3 sets of freaking hack squats. I was starting to say, though, the whole point of me doing hack squats was because of the pain and discomfort. I'm not even talking about, like, you know, pushing yourself through the freaking muscle fatigue. I'm talking like joint and bone pain. But I'm getting that from hack squat as well. So I might as well freaking switch over to squat and actually get some gains and just manage the pain, you know, figure out what stretches, what mobility, specifically probably hip mobility, and maybe some, you know, loosening of the knees, whatever exercises I have to do so I can squat pain-free. That would be awesome. It's been a while, guys. I've been feeling freaking, you know, just tightness in my knee, tightness in the hips, and it's like the front of my hips too. It's weird. Never had this before. But yeah, I don't know if maybe it might go away when I put on weight. Who knows? Who knows? You know. We're gonna see what God will provide me with when I hop on this next blast. It's not even. I am gonna be blasting. Mostly just blasting Masteron. My trainers were talking something around 600 milligrams of Masteron a week, which is a lot of Masteron. It's so much Masteron, bro. And probably like any 200 to 300 milligrams of testosterone, cypionate, however the frick you say it. Lats are looking fat and juicy. And I never actually record me doing hip abductors, but since the volume was so little, I was like, I might as well record everything. So this is my last workout. And yeah, I started to switch it up. I started like reaching forward, because I realized I can really, really get I can really open up with, this certain specific exercise. And guys, I'm so happy. The NPP is like finally wearing off. The mental fog is wearing off. The constant disassociated and mixed with paranoia it's kind of faded away. I'm feeling like myself again. The personalities came back, which was scary. I felt like I lost the sense of myself just from taking a freaking steroid. Yeah. So never touching NPP again. Okay, now I'm about to start talking. Bye-bye. Holy macaroni, boys. We're back. I think it's safe to say I'm back. I think this NPP has freaking worn off, or at least partially worn off, to the point where I feel pretty good. I feel like myself again. That was getting scary. I have a freaking fear, a lingering, intense fear of, just taking something that makes me just feel different, like not feel like myself. Just, freaking, just thinking about that makes me cringe. I don't even like thinking about it, bro. Take these off. But yeah, as you guys could see, my workout, I'm probably going to talk about it over the voiceover. But I did not do a lot of volume. I barely did any volume for my legs today. Today was the first time I hit legs in like 5 or 6 days, I want to say. And I think I have to go back to hack squatting, or barbell back squatting. I'm going to figure out, stretches, things to loosen my hips up, because that's what I was having problems with. That's why I originally started hack squatting, was because my hips, dude, they're so freaking tight. I said it a lot of times, but I'll say it again. I am a low bar back squatter. And if you are, don't ever let anyone tell you that it's the wrong way to do it, because I've seen guys squat tremendous loads who are low bar back squatters. And for those of you that don't know what that means, it's when the bar doesn't sit like on your traps, it sits a little bit lower and causing you to kind of hinge a little more forward. Also, another thing I want to talk about, I noticed my abs are less visible. And it might be because I did have 2 pieces of pizza today at work. Boss man bought some freaking pizza. So I'm not going to be like, I can't eat that. I mean, he bought it, so he spent money on it. It's a gift, so I'm not going to turn that up. I mean, honestly, it was freaking, it wouldn't matter if I did. It'd probably be better if I did, because then my abs would be that much more visible. So with that being said, I was like, this workout went by pretty fast. Let me freaking throw in some abs. And guys, I trained abs for the first time in what feels like my life. But no, I trained abs, several years ago, a couple times. I never really stuck with it. Usually I would just stick with cardio and do cardio. What were we talking about? Just like training abs. I don't freaking know. I'm using the the crunch machine, like sitting in it, just like, arms up on the elbow pad things, just crunching down, full stacking that puppy. It's full stacking. It's hard. I can pump out, like, I think the first set I fought tooth and nail and I got like 11 reps. Very hard, very difficult, very intense. And then I rested like not even 3 minutes, hopped in the second set, rested, then third set. So I'm just doing 3 sets of abs. And from what I've heard, a lot of people have said, you see all these people doing freaking Pilates and, not Pilates, okay? Like freaking all this stuff, like timed workouts. Like they'll lay on their back and hold their legs up in the air for like, okay, do this for 30 seconds. And then, you know, do freaking mountain climbers for 30 seconds, you know, and do freaking sit-ups for really fast for 30 seconds or whatever. So I think treat it like any other workout. Like you want to get big, thick, girthy legs. You're going to do heavy squats. Want a big barrel of a chest. Do freaking low rep, heavy bench press or incline freaking press, whatever. So I take that same logic. You want freaking big. It's like sucks. Everything sucks right now. That's as good as it's gonna get, I guess. Want big freaking bulbous abs? Train heavy. You know, I mean, also freaking do your cardio and eat healthy. Don't be like me and eat 2 pieces of pizza. No! Why would I do that? All the progress down the toilet. Come on. It's, you know. But, yeah, so, and I was just, you know, all right, enough talking about abs, I guess. I freaking milked all I could out of that, I guess. I'm disappointed in my hack squat, and I'm disappointed in my hack squat in the sense of the weight I'm doing and how it's not really progressing. Yes, I know. Nick, you're natural. You stop taking like everything. I'm off everything except my Retta. So it's like, oh yeah, well, you're going to be weaker. But no, brother, my brother in Christ, it's still in my system. Okay. Maybe not the NPP, but the Masteron and the testosterone is still freaking pumping through me. Okay. So knowing that, I would like to think the strength would still be there. You know, the faster recovery time between sets is going to freaking, you know, it's not going to have to, you're not going to have to recover as long, you know? But yeah, and I don't feel like that feeling when you're coming off test and you just stop taking it and you can finally feel that, oh, I don't have testosterone in my body. Or, you know, I do technically, but it's so little. It's just, I'm just feeling like, oh, all the time. That feeling hasn't hit. God willing, it won't hit. Because like I said, I'm going to hop back on the test and the mast. A week. Today is Friday night right now, 6:30 p.m. Friday night. This Tuesday, a week from this Tuesday is going to be when I'm going to hop back on. I have to order more Masteron though. I have some freaking weird things going on in my bank. I just got a new debit card, and it's locked. I think I know why, because there's like negative $150 something in my account. My boss lady wrote me a check today. Today's the 17th. She wrote the 18th. So I went into the bank. I didn't notice the date was off. And I walk up to the freaking receptionist, the cashier, whatever, the guy behind the counter, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? You know, I'd like to cash this. And he's like, I can't do that for you. I'm like, what? Why not? I started like kind of laughing, like, because the way he said it, I thought he was like being sarcastic. Because he just said it so like, I can't do that for you. So what? And he goes, the date. And I looked, and he says, today's the 17th. She wrote the 18th. I'm like, okay. So I turn around, and then I just write 17, and then I hand it back. He's like, we can't do that. And I'm like, dude, I need this money right now. And I could tell he wasn't going to budge. So I'm like, you know what? It's okay, man. Don't worry about it. I can tell it's just stressing you out. It's fine. Okay. I just won't eat anything for tonight. I didn't say that. Imagine, that'd be so funny. Okay. I guess I'll just never come here again. What a terrible way to run a business though. Do better. That's how you treat your customers. I'm never going there again. Never doing business with them again. Never. I am almost convinced I never want to run through a bank. I'm just going to keep everything in cash. Okay. And honestly, freaking, that's where I'm at right now, because I don't even know how I'm going to get this Masteron. I guess back to talking about Masteron. I don't even know how I'm going to get it. I'm looking at all these, I'm not going to say the name of the websites, but the knowledge of these websites that sells these steroids has been given to me. The knowledge has, and the only problem is the payment hasn't been given to me. Like, you can't pay with a credit card or debit card because it's freaking steroids. You have to pay with, like, Bitcoin, and then you have to, like, turn that into, like, cryptocurrency, and you have to freaking pay. Needless to say, it's a big process. You have to, like, use Bitcoin and cryptocurrency or something. So I don't freaking know. Okay, I don't know. I hate trying to figure this stuff out. It drives me up a wall. I hate having to talk on the phone. I'm just saying what everyone's thinking right now, because who the frick likes to do that stuff, I guess. So, yeah, I'm just trying not to think about that, because I'll stay up all night. One more thing I'm going to mention before I end this video. I just thought of it. I'm going to be going to the gym now at night after work. And that's because I've found I can focus on the workout better. I'm more present, in the morning. I'm still kind of groggy, I don't even want to be at the gym, to be honest. I mean, I like to go because I can get the workout over with, get my brain firing all cylinders, get my body all loosey-goosey, juicy. So I'm ready for the work day. But I don't know. That schedule's kind of getting old, getting kind of sick of that schedule. So, it doesn't hurt to switch things up. So we're gonna see how it goes, going after work. Plus my shifts are literally 6 hours. They're so freaking short. And I get like 30 an hour. It's pretty good. It's not bad. So yeah. Yeah, that's all I got for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. And tomorrow we got freaking push day. And yeah, so I'm actually, tomorrow's Saturday, but I'm working tomorrow. I volunteer to work. I need freaking money. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, I love you and Jesus loves you. Peace out.